Here's the things that I see on loads of agency websites and the common mistake that I find. We are the best agency at X. That's something that you believe in, that you have not established any authority to be able to say, or you have some creative quote, some creative thought bubble that you have posted that, cool, does nothing for me. You have this absolutely long, horrendous list of things that you offer, or just this hodgepodge of loads of different creative imagery that absolutely does not have me want to stay on your site whatsoever. After working with over 100 agencies, we have found 4 key elements that are needed in every single agency website in order for you to be able to make more sales. Let's start where your ideal client starts, on your homepage. The issue that I see for the vast majority of creative agencies, you guys are a little bit too creative. You have loads of fun graphical elements. It's phenomenally designed, but it fails at one really core thing. We have no idea what you do. If your ideal client, someone that does not work in the creative agency space, cannot understand what you're doing, they are not going to build any trust with you. So I want to walk you through a couple of core elements that you need to have on your site that is really, really pivotal in order for you to be able to build any trust with them and have them stay on your site at all. So the first piece is your hero should convey one thing. They're in the right place and you can help them. The next piece is, how are you going to capture their contact information? There needs to be something that you're offering them to download a piece of information, subscribe to a newsletter, or something that allows for you to capture their contact information. The next piece is you need to build credibility, whether that's award clients that you have worked with to testimonials that you have been able to get over the years. There's some component of credibility, of trust that needs to be built. And then you need to explain largely kind of really high level, 30,000 foot view of what it is ultimately that you do. How is it exactly that you work with your clients, and what problem is it that you are solving with your ideal client? The next component of it is your service or your process page. As I mentioned already earlier in this video, one of the predominant problems that I see here is that there's a really long list of things that you do, and here's all the deliverables that we do. Unless your goal is to be this shop where someone comes and just buys a logo off a shelf, and you don't have any meaningful relationship or any advisor relationship with your client, this is not what you want on your site. You need to be outcome based. You need to be selling the goal. You need to be selling the end result for your client. If your copy right now is, we do social media management, we do web design, we do strategy, we do logos, sure, great. It absolutely does not inspire me at all, and nor is it inspiring your ideal client. They're buying a long-term relationship with a creative partner that is going to allow for them to accomplish a business objective. And you need to be selling how it is that you get to that outcome. For example, let's say that you're in social media management. The end objective for them is that they want to have greater engagement. They want to increase their social following. The outcome is not that they're just buying social media management. They're buying greater engagement. They're buying more sales. They're buying an increase in their followers. So your copy needs to be geared towards the end outcome. They're not buying a logo. They're buying brand recognition, brand awareness, relationships with their consumer. And that is what ultimately you're selling. Case studies is the next piece that is incredibly important for your site. You need to be able to establish trust and have them see themselves in someone else's shoes. But here's what the vast majority of agencies do. They just put images up and examples of work. Go click on this site. But let me ask you this question. When you're in a project with a client, did you make every single component of how you decided to proceed with your client completely subjectively, or did you use years of knowledge and understanding to solve a specific business challenge? Hopefully it's the latter. And if all you're doing on your case studies is showing them some subjective decision or subjective direction that you went, you're setting up your relationship wrong with the client in the first place if you're able to sell. You need to sell a story. You need to have them understand that you accomplished a goal, that you accomplished a result, that you did something for the business. And you need to explain that you took a client from here to here, the frustration, the emotion, the components, the challenge, all of those things that your client went through in working with you. They need to understand it. And then you show the work, because then that gives them context by which to look at the work that you produced. I'm sure it's amazing. I hope it is, but that's not what you're going to make the sell on. Final piece is about you. The worst thing that you can do is actually take the about you and make it all about you. They don't care. They really don't. They don't have the time. They don't have the attention. They don't have the desire to read about your career and your history unless it's going to allow for them to feel more comfortable to make a decision to move forward with you. It actually needs to be about your client. You need to be able to distinguish and align who you are, where you've been with what your client believes. So how does your history, your agency, or your individual history actually align with what they are looking to accomplish? How do you create that alignment between the two of them? You need to be writing your about you section with them in mind. This isn't a promotional piece about you to make you feel bigger and better. It's to make them feel more comfortable about who you are. So in this video, we talked a lot about closing leads via your website. But in order to be able to scale your agency, you're gonna need a killer pitch to compel and align your clients once you get them on a call. So check out this video here where we do a deep dive on the perfect creative agency pitch.